This is a song about the podcast Manga Chat. It's where it's at. Manga Chat. I'll never come back from Manga Chat. Hosted by Simon and Josh. Josh is the sidekick and Simon's the boss. Or maybe that's not the way things are. Everyone who goes on Manga Chat is a star. Manga Chat. It's where it's at.
Alright.
Hello, Josh.
You reckon we can get Jimmy Brown to write a new theme tune where he says that we're equals?
Maybe. Then maybe you'll put those new photo slides in that I sent you as well, and you'll update the opening.
Oh, you're going to see I've been hard at work on some production stuff. So
There's going to be some treats for the viewers.
Yeah, so can forgive that old intro. How's it going anyway?
Good. Excited for this third weekly Manga Chat. We're back, this new era of Manga Chat, Josh. I'm feeling fantastic and excited about sequential arts.
I know, people can't believe it. We've got 3 weeks in a row we've done a Thursday.
It's never happened before, except for when it used to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. We've got a guest coming on later. We're talking about things, a few segments. Great stuff. How's your week been so far, Josh?
Slow going. I've been trying to work on Pleasure Beach. I've got a couple good pages done. It's like currently working on one here. Nice pencils for you.
Very
Don't
nice.
screenshot that. Spoilers. Yeah, some stuff happening here.
Big splash panel there.
Yeah, it's page 1. Yeah, working on that. Trying to think what else. Nothing new really.
You're getting into it. We're both on a bit of a comics thing. We've put aside our screenwriting aspirations for this week. We've just been bashing out comics.
Yeah.
We'll back onto our writing next week. Multitasking.
It's hard, isn't it? I mean, like a lot, I really struggle with like thinking about 2 things at the same time, like creatively.
Oh, switching modes, awful.
Yeah, I mean, even just switching between something like pencils and inks really like throws me off and slows me down. So us trying to like become big Hollywood guys is really fucking me up. The comics.
Oh, me too. And now I'm too obsessed with comics. Eagle-eyed watchers, fans of us, whatever viewers will see, I started a new serial on Instagram. It's because I had all these pages ruled up with the panel borders ready to go on this thing. The whole script sitting around for months, couple of months. I just couldn't get going on it. I really slowly penciled some pages and just, no motivation. It was this, 69 pages. It's a lot when you're trying to write other stuff. You got a kid. It was daunting. So I cracked on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, and just thought, fuck it, I'm gonna start putting this thing on Instagram. It's in little chunks as I draw them, and it's lit such a fire under me, Josh. Now I'm just obsessed. It's dangerous. I'm too obsessed. Last night I was just drawing all night. Normally I'd be lying around on the couch farting, eating biscuits, staring at the ceiling. But I was drawing. I was enjoying it. Yeah, this public, not flagellation, but just a public accountability and just, expectations. So, now I'll look like a loser if I don't get it done. Now I'm already like 8 pages. I'm on the 8th page now of penciling this up, getting it ready to be inked for tomorrow installment. It's very exciting. And I'm like, a 9th or a 10th done with the whole project already. 69 pages. I'm on page 8. You do the math.
That's exciting, and that will be in print, right? It's not just
it was just going to be a zine that I was going to print when I did it. So I was like, it'll take me 3 months, 6 months, who knows? But now, it'll be done in like a month or something at this rate. And I thought of a great idea for a comedy flyer. You know, I did like my werewolf show and summer camp flyer that comes on orders. Now I just had a brainwave outside before. I was like, that'll be the new flyer. And yeah, excited about printing the book up. Already got the covers all in my head. And anyway. But yeah, so it's the toiling away, Josh. You're toiling away trying to get started on Pleasure Beach too. I said to you on the phone, just start putting it on Instagram, and then people get all expectations, and they'll think you're a loser if you don't do it. So I don't want people to think I'm a loser. Better get it done.
It's a good way. I just there's like these pages are so weird, and there's like, you know, they're not gritty at all. So I just like, I don't think this would look good on Instagram.
Well, that's a factor. Mine's not, but I said in the notes on my first one, it's not built for Instagram. Like the funny panel sizes, like, you know, you're not always going to get a punchline. It's not, you know, like Crisis 20 was built little short chunks each day. It was self-contained, you know, continuing story, but it was, you know, built to hopefully give you the endorphin rush of a self-contained thing each day that, you know, great.
People seem to be loving, like, people. I don't think people need that like punchline every time. People seem already invested. I'm just like a bit confused. Like that owl hate confuses me a little bit. Like I don't like Owl's not. He's a flawed character, but I don't understand. Like him and Mog, I don't understand why people hate them so much.
Well, I mean, it was the time that Al accidentally made out with an underage ethnic teenager at a party. People have been holding that against him for years. It was genuinely an accident. As a friend of Al's, or like the writer of Al, it was an accident. He didn't know. He's not a pedo. But people will not forget that. You know, he's a bit of an asshole, bit of a toff. But yeah, this clown thing. Yeah, Al, exactly, mate. He's in the comments there, Al, saying he never understood the Al hate. Like in this new serial, he's just said he's you know, Meg and Margaret, what are you moaning about? He's like, I'm off to break up with my girlfriend, and then we see like a flashback, and it's, you know, she comes out as a clown. She surprises him and says, I'm a clown. I do a clown OnlyFans, clown porn. I'd like to introduce some clowning into our lovemaking. Squirts him. But everyone's just, oh, Al's a monster. And everyone just seems to love this clown girl. You pointed out to me, Josh, you were shocked by the amount of clown fuckers in my comments.
Yeah, it seems to be a real like cultural moment for people attracted to clowns. I'm wondering why that. You think that was like I wonder if that's like Gen Zers coming of age during the It movies or something. Like there's got to be something that's like spurring that.
I've noticed that, you know, over the last, like, you know, decade or so, clown girls coming to prominence on, like, you know, late period Tumblr, and, you know, I know a few clown girls. I mean, you know, there's a few clown girls in the comics scene. I have noticed the e-clowns rising up on Instagram, and yeah, I don't know, so I decided to write about them. It is originally from a Tedward comic, Josh, that I did in the back of our Tedward Classic Movies. There was a very short 6-panel fake in the next Tedward thing about him dating a clown, and I kept thinking about it. I guess I've become obsessed with clown girls, and so I've written this big 69-page thing about it. Yeah, Clussy. Is it a classic Clussy? I didn't know there was a thing. Clown pussy. I'm assuming that's a portmanteau of clown pussy. Everyone's talking about Clussy in the comments. Like, oh, I can't believe Al's passing up that Clussy. That's right. Is that a thing? Clown pussy. You're gonna get demonetized. Yeah, 8 minutes 38. I'm talking about clown pussy.
Yeah.
But yeah, people obsessed with clowns and clown fuckers. They've all exposed themselves. You know, it used to be frowned upon probably, but now there's a big clowny smile on everyone's faces. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe signing towards being a bit too permissive as a society, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Is the clown stuff going to become as big as furries, or with clown fucker conventions in hotels? There's beleaguered hotel staff dealing with, you know, wigs everywhere and poos in the pool, and nightmare. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Everyone seems to love Spritzy Waters, this OnlyFans clown in the comic, but I think they'll change their minds in a couple of weeks, maybe. Well, I think it may change. What's that, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people already asking for a Spritzy Waters spin-off zine. It's like, this is kind of it. You know, this is the Spritzy Waters zine, but yeah.
Yeah, it'll be printed as a book with some lovely Spritzy artwork and maybe an extra Spritzy treat for all the clown fuckers out there. I'm going to have to service these clown fuckers, Josh. I'm going to give them what they want. You know, I'm already the lingerie witches guy. Now I have to be the only clowns guy. But anyway. really fun being back to doing an Instagram serial. I'm really enjoying it. I've got fire under my ass. It's exciting to see, you know, I got like 150 comments this morning already, like all these clown fuckers in there talking about their clussy, their hot, wet clussy.
Yeah. The last thing I would like say as like a question, do you think that the clown fetishes thing is just a big crossover with your audience, or do you think that's a wider population thing?
Oh, wider population for sure. It's out there. It's been growing, as I said earlier, since late Tumblr era. I think it's been percolating under the surface of society. People with more and more makeup. People just more interested in makeup, funny noses and wigs, and this extension of drag culture maybe, or the clown. I've seen a lot of drag clowns. I've been doing research and looking at different e-clowns, and there's a lot of sort of clown drag. Similar. Yeah, I don't know. This crossover of worlds, fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to be at the forefront of sequential e-clown based clussy comics. It's a bold new era for me. Really excited about it. I'm gonna have to heavily censor this comic. That's another reason I was just doing it as a book. Like the late period of the story is heavily censored for Instagram. I'm gonna have to cut out little censor bars and put it all over words, bodies. And people probably trying to cancel me again. I like to write these characters in this honest kind of way and not hold back. So people probably try to cancel me on the blue cry, as it's been called, the blue sky, blue cry.
Yeah.
Let them. I'm just making art here. I'm just Todd Solonzing it up and just trying to make some provocative, thought-provoking, clussy-based artwork.
Exactly. He's not racist. He just makes racist art.
Exactly. Strap your clussies in.
Yeah.
Get ready to get a wet clussy.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing this week. Just waiting for another TV thing to find out whether it would do more work or fuck off. That's exciting and nerve-wracking. But just pounding out these comics in the meantime. And
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's good.
More doom and gloom industry news. I saw Image Comics did a bunch of layoffs the other day. Just breeze past that. It was more sad industry news. It's all the Diamond bankruptcy, the ongoing Diamond bankruptcy. Crazy layoffs and stuff. It's crazy. See how horrible this can get. It's a developing story. The full implosion of Diamond in the North American comics industry. We'll see how it goes. Manga Chat. That's why we called it Manga Chat, Josh, because manga's more successful than North American comics. So we really wanted to try and trick people into watching Manga Chat, thinking it would be about manga. And then ironically, we both have become more obsessed with manga than American comics.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, doom and gloom out there. But we're having a good time. You're working on Pleasure Beach. I'm working on my Clussy comics. It's really fun. We do a Manga Chat again weekly.
Speaking of, since we're back, do buy this comic.
If you've been, everyone, over to goiter.bigcartel.com to purchase Josh's Pleasure Beach, he'll send it to you with his own hands. He's touched it. If you've got a crush on Josh or something, he's touched those books with his own hands. So
each one, I was about to say I put the belly band on each one, but I didn't do that. Printer did that.
Well, you're still touching them a bit before you put them into the envelopes.
Yeah, I stick them in the envelopes. I don't lick the envelopes. I pull the tape off the sticky bit off the envelopes.
Well, there's still DNA on there. A horny mad scientist could conceivably create their own, clone of Josh and do whatever they want to him. Make him ride a skateboard like Tony Hawk. You showed a bit of belly there, Josh. You showed it up there.
From Fantagraphics books.
Oh, that's right. You can get Tedwood. You're really plugging away there, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, we're back. Why not sell this book to people?
It is a lovely book. I'd say one of the best comedy comics of the year. Yeah, for me, best like dramatic comedy would be Devil's Grin by Alex Graham, but the best pure comedy, pure cartooning comedy would be Tedward by Josh Pettinger.
Yeah.
It's out now in French as well, isn't it, Josh? Is it out in French yet?
Yeah, I don't have that copy yet, so see how that turned out. But yeah, should out in French with Issy Mem, and then
Spanish soon?
not yet. I think early next year. I've actually hopefully I'm trying to get some stuff figured out. Hopefully I'll be going to Spain next year for some
Yeah.
comic stuff.
That sounds hot. Yeah, I got books available too, a ton of them there, 14 different languages. You can do the work, you can do the Googling. But meganmog.com, you can get my new zines. Yeah, they're great. They're awesome. You get a free flyer for the Werewolf Jones Summer Camp comedy flyer with some banger jokes on there. I was proud of that flyer, Josh.
Yeah, it's been very well received.
Well, yeah, I haven't heard much personally. I don't know what you've heard, but I hope people like the flyer. The name of the twins that Mike has been fucking at the summer camp just cracks me up endlessly. But anyway, there was some good writing on my part. Really, I gave myself like a pat on the back. Like, good job.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, should we break into a segment, Josh? Have you been watching anything this week? Have you been out trotting about on your little trotters, maybe setting your peepers amongst some of the peepers?
Yeah, I did a little bit of bird watching this week. Should I play the intro? Or should we? Did I delete that?
I think you'll need to play the intro, Josh. We can't do bird watching with Josh without the intro to bird watching with Josh, unless you have deleted it.
Yeah, give me a second. I think I did, but I can see. Did I delete that?
Yeah, it's tough running a professional comics chat show, isn't it, Josh? There's bound to be technical difficulties. Apologies to any time-strapped viewers.
I think I deleted the intro from it, but this week just saw some pelicans.
What? No, hang on. So you've deleted the intro?
Yeah, I don't know. It's gone. It's
Well, gone.
All right, it's uploading now. We'll see if it uploads in time. But
It's not right. You can't do birding with Josh without the intro to birding for Josh, or it's just not birding with Josh.
We'll see. It seems to be uploading right now.
A cappella intro? No.
No.
Let me have a browse through the comments to see if there's anything interesting here. StreamYard says live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. This is an example. Click on a comment to show it on screen. Thanks, StreamYard. Someone says one viewer fell off. Well, it is the middle of the day. I mean, you know, unemployed losers are our bread and butter when we do this.
Yeah.
So they all got jobs. What's that, Josh?
Play this intro,
please.
with Josh.
And all was right with the world.
Yeah, this week went to Land's End, like a big hike in San Francisco, Land's End. I saw some pelicans. You want to see some pelicans?
Do we?
Obviously much more exciting with through binoculars, but yeah.
It was stunning, Josh. That water looked delicious. I wanted to drink that water.
Crazy blue Pacific Ocean there.
You going out alone on these trips? You going with a partner? What are you doing?
I go with my girlfriend. We go
Nice.
We'll find different hikes, check out different birds, see what's going on in the area.
You picnicking or anything? Or you stopping for a snack?
Sometimes
Yeah,
stop for a sandwich. Last time I had like a brie and pancetta. No, wait, prosciutto. I don't know.
Brie and Clussy
Seafood,
sandwich.
right? I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, yeah, absolutely beautiful. I'm coming to your neck of the woods. I'll be driving up with my bicycle on the back of the car to San Francisco next Tuesday. I'm looking forward to hitting the bird trails, Josh. And we're going to go for a nice big bike ride and explore a village.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. We're going to go across the Golden Gate Bridge again, maybe go up to Sausalito, something town up there.
But last time we stopped off and I had some soup or something. We got some juice, we got some
Oh,
soup.
yeah.
Lovely day, really. Literally, it was one of the best days of my life, riding across that bridge and just us exploring. And
Yeah.
absolutely lovely. It's going to be hotter this time. So, yeah, we'll have to be careful.
Hopefully, it's been real. The weather's been, I don't know, it's been a bit grey, but.
Oh, gosh, really? It's been hot as fuck here in the valley.
I know, you've had like a heat wave, right?
Yeah, it's been fucked. Fucked. Hell. Yeah. Anyway, Jasper Jubenville is pulled out. Yeah. He's got business going. I don't know if it's public, but he's got business going on. Good stuff. But yeah, he's busy. Doesn't want to come down. It's a bit, I told him we'll do, if money's an issue, we'll do a fake GoFundMe for like an elective mastectomy or something for him. But he didn't want to do that. He's just too honest, too nice of a young guy. But yeah, no, Jasper. Just so we're going to go see a concert, Josh, and it's a music band that I love and Jasper loves, and you are very lukewarm on, and probably like one song by one of the most mainstream members of the collective. So you're going to have a fucking horrible time at this concert on Wednesday night. So with Jasper there, it would have been a bit, for me. It would have been a bit more yeah. We'll see how we go.
Have fun. I can pretend to like it.
We'll see how we go. We might get bullied by some bigger boys, so we'll have to be careful. It'll be interesting. It'll be socially political. Maybe we can do some interviews. We can interview people on the line while we're waiting to get in. We're from Manga Chat.
Good.
Let's talk about culture.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for birding with Josh this week.
Yeah, it's been just some pelicans this week. You read much this week? I've barely got anything. I got only things I bought this week. Well, I didn't even buy it. It got sent to me. Was these Roman Muradov comics?
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Yeah,
We
might talk to Roman in a bit. Depends if he answers.
Sorry, what's that?
I said we may talk to Roman in a bit. Depends if he answers. But this zine, this is like, I don't know. If you can buy it, you should. This is one of the funniest things I've ever.
Is he selling them?
I think so. It says on the back there, £3, $5.
But I think he's in London now, Roman, isn't he? He's just selling them in like shows and events or something. If he turns up somewhere, he has them in his like duffel bag or something.
Maybe
they're on his site. Harvey Picar's ghost there says they're on his site. Thank you, Harvey Picar. Always a font of knowledge.
Yeah, it's just really like mean-spirited, funny comics.
I've enjoyed this new era of Roman. It's very funny, very direct. He used to be very obtuse, very Dada-esque, complicated stuff. But he's been very forthright in his writing and just like classic comedy.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, good stuff.
Is this the gay dad stuff? Oh, sorry. What's that?
Some of this you can read in his newsletter. I don't think all of it, though. I think like some of this I'd never seen.
Yeah, Roman does have a Substack called Bluebed. Yeah, I think that's it. It's very good, well worth a follow. Lots of free comics and gags, and he did a big article about Peep Show, about like the sitcom, and just talking about comedy writing, and there's just always interesting thoughts in there, and tales about him being ripped off and stuff, because he has that style, but the kids rip him off. Yeah.
Koolaroo says the gay dad stuff's been killing me. Yeah, this is the collection of I think all the gay dad stuff so far, but it's so funny.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I
don't know, it's like almost in the vein of Werewolf Jones. I think it gets a little darker even.
No, that's not possible.
I mean,
I'd have to read it. But yeah, you've excited me now. Darker than Werewolf Jones and Sons. Jesus, that's some darker than Jackson's vasectomy.
I don't know.
Yeah, that one got pretty fucking bleak.
Yeah,
They
but
cut
it
that
goes
one
along
in
those
Spanish
lines.
edition. What's that?
But it goes along the same lines, you know.
Well, I'm gonna have to pick one up.
Yeah.
I didn't really get anything this week. I got the new book by Young Lean. That's not a comment. That's just pictures of photos and stuff. I didn't want to buy it really. His last album I didn't enjoy at all. But I just thought it'll sell and it'll be gone forever. You know, I won't be able to look at it. It'll be like $500 on Grailed or something. But, you know, it was a somewhat enjoyable book of just photos. I kind of want to make my own photo book now. It's a cheap cash in, just a book of photos, photo of a glove. But anyway, I do enjoy Young Lean and the whole Sad Boys Drain Gang movement. It's been about 12 years of being into that shit through thick and thin. Anyway, so I came up. My rise in professional comics came at the same time as these young Swedish boys' rise through the rap ranks, and I feel like we both went on similar trajectories. So I thought I'd better check out the book. But yeah, not super exciting to people that don't like weird Swedish hip hop or photographs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no real. I got some comics out in the living room, but I'm not going to go get them. Anyway, we should run another segment, Josh, and then try and get our guest on, I suppose.
Should we do a little segment?
Well, yeah, I want to try and compete with you and your bird thing. It's been very popular. I feel like you're eclipsing me as the most popular host of Manga Chat, so I'm going to try and do my own little segment.
Let's go.
Simon's backyard.
Oh, very exciting. Simon's backyard.
Welcome to Simon's backyard. Josh is a bird man. I'm a yard man. You saw me looking thinner and hotter with better hair and some fashion clothes in the garden there, checking my texts. There were a few condoms strewn around the garden. I got to sort that out. Don't know who's leaving those in my backyard. Some afternoon yardmen dogging about in the allotment. Yeah, I am quite the yard man, Josh. I'm always pottering around the backyard, checking stuff out, chewing the skunks away, scrubbing bird shit, take my daughter out there, clean up the shit together.
A hammock.
Yeah. Got rid of the hammock. I did have a hammock in a spot, but it was the grass underneath the hammock died. So it left this big patch. And then the hot valley sun rotted the hammock and all the ropes snapped. So then you just sat in there and your bottom would sit on the ground. And it was bird shit as well all over it. So got rid of the hammock. I was not enjoying it. My daughter was not enjoying it. We got rid of it. And now there's the grass won't grow back. There's a big patch there. Put a bird bath there and now that's infested with ants. It's a constant battle. It's a constant struggle. We've got some slides, Josh. You bring up my first slide.
All right, let's... This might be out. You don't have them in order, right? You can just any of them.
I did have them in order, 1 through 9, but it doesn't really matter, I suppose. So let's wing it, Josh. Oh, look at that cactus flower there. Stunning. I woke up one morning. My cactus, I overwatered them. They were all bloated, dead. There was one there that I'd ripped out, actually, and just thrown away in frustration. But then suddenly, this beautiful desert flower surprised me in the morning. It was winking at me when I was having my crumpets. Stunning. Only lasted for 2 days. It closed up overnight, bloomed again, and then just died. And now it's this hanging, black, depressing thing. Googled them a bit. They do just pop up. I think it can come like when the cactus is dying, it'll throw up a flower as like one last Hail Mary, one last beautiful act.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep the root rot at bay. I planted these with my daughter. We got covered with prickles. It was actually a fucking ordeal. But that cactus flower made my day. I ate a sandwich out there by that flower, and it was a good.
Yeah, those cactuses can be like. I remember, Bingo, God rest his soul, would
Bingo.
like walk, like brush himself against the up against cactuses, and then I would stroke him, and then I would spend the next 3 days picking out cactus bits from my paw, my palm.
Your paws. You're there with your jeweler's glass, looking at each paw.
Yeah,
It's the soft ones that are the worst ones. They'll just little hairs. They're fucking horrible. My daughter accidentally headbutted that big one on the left, and I've got to move it. She keeps waving her head around near them. Anyway, next slide. That's a rotten lemon. That was the last slide. I was going to talk about the circle of life, nature, Yeah, rotting on the tree. Can't eat them all. Some of these lemons are as big as footballs. Daughter's last birthday party we had here, we just sent people away with shopping bags full of lemons. Like, please take these horrible mutant lemons. They'll die. They'll die on the.
yeah.
They're massive, Josh. Massive, beautiful, natural, hot lemons. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, there we go.
What
The
do you do
circle
with
of
them?
life
Like,
goes on.
first, not neither you nor Jack like fish, right?
I'll eat a bit of fish, but yeah, don't love it. It's a bit stinky.
See, I would like. I would have those lemons on I'd cook them on a salmon.
Yeah. I'm not a big salmon fan. It's a bit fishy, but on a white fish or a simple fish, I will have some lemon. I had some last week, actually. Bit of lemon, bit of tartare sauce, bit of coleslaw.
What's a simple fish like? Cod, haddock.
Yeah, there's a white fish. There's another one I eat. I used to like shark. In Australia, I used to eat a lot of battered shark.
Tilapia.
Don't know. If the skin is on there, I freak out. I remember as a child once, the breading fell off and just all the scales were there. I was incensed. Like, why would you serve a 6-year-old that fish? Like, make it simple. Fish stick it. Like,
Here's a question, a lemon-related question for you. Growing up in Australia, was lemonade fizzy or flat?
we refer to lemonade as like Sprite. Like, I get in trouble. Not trouble.
Yeah.
My American wife's always like making fun of me, like, lemonade. We didn't have that shit that they sell at stands here. Fucking desperate children, in a dying economy, trying to sell lemon water.
I get upset when somebody's like, "It's like some lemonade." I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'd love some lemonade," and it's just flat water.
Yeah, what's this sugary flat shit? Yeah, no, it's frustrating. Yeah, no, of course you grow. Lemonade means fizzy, lemon drink, Sprite.
Yeah.
Schweppes lemonade. That's what I grew up on. Anyway, fucking Americans. Moving on, Josh, from dead lemons. That's a baby lemon there. Look how wet that looks. I took that photo. Beautiful. My iPhone 12 or whatever, iPhone 15. What number is it? I don't even know. Anyway, just that was supposed to come before the dead lemon. Just the beautiful blossoms, the wetness. It's been spritzed by me.
Wait, where's the lemon then?
It looks like a lime up the top. That's a baby lemon, Josh. It's tricked you, and it looks like a lime.
See, I didn't know lemons started off green. I thought they were always yellow.
No, they start off. They look like little limes. I've also got a lime tree here. They're all yellow looking. So you don't look like a lime. It's very confusing out in Simon's garden, Simon's backyard. Next one, Josh. Let's bash through this in case our guest wants to come on. And look at that's my beautiful bird of paradise. Look at that. You can see my fire pit in the background. That's where I've entertained Josh before. I was sitting there at the fire. Beautiful. I've had lots of guests there. Simon Hanselmann's fireside chats. That could be another segment for the show. Live fireside chats. Look at that bird of paradise, though, Josh. Isn't that absolutely fucking stunning?
Yeah, I have. I don't know if they get you in trouble or something, but I have a very fond memory of coming down from like not a crazy DMT trip, but like a mild DMT trip, and those plants just looking absolutely fucking insane.
Well, yeah, they are a bit weird. Yeah. No, they're odd plants. Everywhere at Disneyland. I went to Disneyland recently. They're everywhere there, beautiful. But yeah, got them in a couple of places in the yard, and I really enjoy them every winter. Though. I think they bloom in winter, actually. Yeah, but moving on, Josh. Where's the white bird of paradise? That's just some roses. That's the moon up there. That's some yellow roses around the side. Beautiful. Yeah, not that interesting. Moving on. Is that an orchid?
I don't know.
I've got those popping up out the back of the yard. I think the gardener just chops them down. He just takes them out. He doesn't give a fuck. I've got to have a word with him and say, dude, what are you doing? You don't cut that flower down. Anyway, moving on. Beautiful flower there, stunning though, stunning. Yeah, so there you go. That's the white bird of paradise. That's the after shot. As you said, Josh, scary. You know, if you're on DMT, these flowers can be a bit confronting, but these motherfuckers are juicy. There they are. Big, giant, juicy motherfuckers. They're about 1.5 foot long. They come up for about 2 weeks in the summer, and the ants are just infesting them. Like, you think, you know, that's some juicy clussy right there. That blue bit, like the ants, they get in there, and there's like juice weeping out of there. It's quite visceral, quite alien, quite beautiful in Simon's backyard.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, they get all dirty and crispy afterwards. And a beautiful butterfly or a moth or some kind of winged interloper. Saw him in the garden, got a snap of him. Like, ooh, what a majestic boy, just tooting about in Simon's backyard.
It's nice. Good stuff.
It's not all about comics and media and nerd shit, Josh. You enjoy your bird watching and walks along the cliffs, and I enjoy a bit of flower action in the backyard, bit of nature, bit of quiet time.
Yeah.
It's important. It's important.
Do you have any sundews?
Don't know what that is.
No, me neither.
No, I do not. Simon's backyard. I do not pertain to be an expert in gardening, flowers, or any of that stuff. I'm you know, it's a little hobby. It's just, yeah, I'm a dabbler.
Yeah.
I'll check him out. I have to give him a Google. Well, any news, Josh, on our guest? Is he responded? I remember Roman. He was the lost episode of Manga Chat, like when we were still doing it with Nate Garcia. It was the last episode we did with Nate, I think, and we lost it. We lost the stream. It froze, and we lost the Roman Muradov episode.
Yeah, no, I can't. Yeah, I don't have it one.
No one does. So it's lost Manga Chat media. No one cares. You know, there's no Manga Chat. There's no Reddit, you know, group for Manga Chat. People obsessively trying to dig up lost media and, you know, digging through looking for weird stuff. Thankfully, there's a lot of weird stuff we could be digging out of these, probably misquoting us and getting us in trouble.
Yeah. No, I think we did good. I made all those old ones private. Like, if it's far enough back that I don't remember anything we said, we can assume we've said something that shouldn't be out there.
Well, probably. I think I did notice that some of them had disappeared, and I was like, good.
Yeah, I made all the old ones private, you know, just because.
Who, in their right mind, what kind of person would go back and watch a 2-year-old Manga Chat? What sort of sad, sick individual would that person have to
They might
be?
search the guest, you know, they might like not care about us, but they might search Noah Van Skyver on YouTube or something and see that one, which is, you know.
Well, they're probably going to know her. I mean, you know, if they want to see a guest on our show, they'll have to wade through an hour of waffling about birds and lemons and Clussy, and then like, it'll be me talking over the guest the entire time.
Yeah, yeah.
So why? Go to Noah Van Skyver. He's interviewing all the popular old men, getting them on there. And
Yeah, he's a good interviewer. I don't know. I'm not, you know, I think he does a lot of research. He does a lot of like, he thinks about questions and stuff. I don't, you know.
no,
This is not that show.
You said about Roman, like, do you have any questions? And I was like, you know, are you alive still? And what have you been doing? That's it. That's the level of my research. That's the level of my respect for our guest today. But yeah, I don't want to do research. I got stuff to do. I got comics to draw. I'm fucking all wet for this Clussy comic. I'm pounding through this clown. This Clown Strange. I've got this. This is all penciled. I can't wait to ink this. This is going to be incredible.
I think of these more as like just checking in than a formal interview. You know, it's like I don't know.
This is for us. This is not for anyone else. It's for you and me, Josh. It's for our egos, essentially. And just, you know, occasionally we'll check in with a friend or something. You know, it's up to them. I mean, they're coming on. We're giving them a platform. They should bring their A game and really just basically do a TED talk or something, or try to impress us. We don't have to impress them. They have to impress us.
Terrible host. Yeah.
Well, I mean, but look, Roman's late now, isn't he? It's 12:41. I think 12:30 he was told. Alex Graham was here precisely on the fucking dot in the middle of Simon's DVD corner. Distracted me, actually. She appeared down in the little lineup down here on the StreamYard. I was like, oh shit, I better wrap it up.
I did a little thing. Rated some movies that I watched this week. Should we do a little movie chat?
What else are we going to do, Josh? Roman's fucked us over, the fucking insolent bastard. Well, this one's gotten 3 out of 5 Joshes. Right, Past Lives. I think I've got that on DVD.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So this rating system, I'll explain. 3 out of 5 is still. That's a good movie. It's not. I'm probably 3 out of 5 is like I enjoyed it. I'm probably never gonna watch it again.
Yeah.
This was a good one. It's like a Korean American productions. Basically, like about looking back at like past relationships, what could have been. It's about like a writer who's like had like an online romance with someone from their childhood who grew up in like born in Korea, moved to America or Canada, something. But it's a good movie. It was just like a bit, yeah.
It was a bit, yeah. It was 3 Joshes out of 5 Joshes.
Yeah, there's a lot to like about it. It was enjoyable stuff. Yeah, we got a guest here now. I'll stop my reviews.
Oh, he's deigned to pop in, interrupted Josh's reviews.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear us? Can you hear me?
There's a cat on screen. That's not professional.
And yeah, you can't hear us, Roman?
1 second.
Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I hear you now.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's Roman Muradov and a cat.
And a cat.
How's it going, Roman? How you doing? How's England? How's fancy old England?
Good. You want to see the glamorous view out the window?
Yeah. It's a shit view. Oh, that's shit.
Oh my god! Wait, what's that? Is that like a gang of young thugs out there? I see.
That's right. Yeah, they're stabbing each other as we speak.
As per you. Yeah, no, don't go outside.
We've called you all here today. We want to talk to you. How is the knife crime there? We want to talk mostly about knife crime.
Well, I haven't been knifed, so that's nice.
Yeah. Do you have a knife? Are you packing a nice zombie knife?
You know what? As a matter of fact, I was accidentally sent a kind of serrated blade.
Yeah, it'll rip their organs out. You give it a good twist, and it'll take the intestines out.
It came as it says insulation tool. I don't know what you'll be insulating with that, but it looks like the starting weapon from Bloodborne. But what I ordered is envelopes, and instead I got a blade.
Nice.
So I think someone screwed something up in the post office.
Well, this was in England.
You what?
This is in England.
The blade?
Yeah, this happened in England or in the US?
Yeah, it happened here yesterday.
Did you have to sign for this? Because I think you have to sign for knives now in the UK. Like on Amazon, you have to sign for a knife.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, the knife was posted through the letterbox, which was particularly weird. So in a way, I was stabbed through the house.
Yeah.
But now I have a weapon of self-defense.
Have you had like any confrontation?
Guy.
Like, you have any confrontations with anyone there? I feel like every single time I've ever gone back to England, somebody, like last time I went, there was some like a guy on the tube. He was just, like this massive drunk Larry twat was just, just like starting.
There are those, yeah. Well, not personally. Certainly heard of that. But I feel like that when I go back to where I'm from. I think we all have this sort of traumatic responses, don't we?
Yeah.
We're all bullied, weren't we? We're all a bunch of nerdy boys who got.
Oh, you want to talk about terrible fathers? You know.
Should we do like Roman has this? I said it before you joined us, but they can buy this, right? This is in your store.
They can, yeah, for now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I kind of I'm already a little overwhelmed by the people. Normally, I don't really sell anything.
I'm just going to search for Roman Muradov. I've misspelt your name.
It's okay. I don't want more people.
I need one.
Well, I'll send you. Just send me your address. What are you doing?
No, I'll get in the system. I'm not going to rudely request.
I don't charge friends.
It's romanmuradov.com.
Yeah, I recently kind of started a new website, but I didn't really make it.
I tried to look at this, and it was like it was not working on my phone.
Oh, good. Yeah. I want to keep it secret, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible. It's overwhelming.
Yeah. It's this new platform that I'm learning, and I just decided, well, I'll try every function. Because I'm going to scrap all of this. Yeah.
Whoa.
It did work. I moved around a bit and I clicked on the Terrible Father Digest cover and it did take me to a big cartel.
That's right.
This is good. You should be promoting just this is fun. This is cool.
Yeah, if you click on the hat, you can buy a hat as well.
Yeah.
For all
shit.
your...
You're selling foghorn books as well.
Yeah.
Oh god,
I should probably close it because
I'm buying everything in here. Boom,
what are you doing? I'm closing it right now, so you can't
get to work, motherfucker. No, not before I check out.
Specifically. No, come on, for real.
I'm going in. I'm into my cart. Check out. £19 is my. It was $8 each for the comics. And how much is the shipping here?
It's severely underpriced.
Phone number here.
I'm a good man. Who cares about? I think that art should belong to the people. You know. Oh.
Yeah, that's me. That's my address.
We just have you on to watch.
This is great podcasting. Just buying shit online.
Oh, no PayPal.
Right, just stop doing this.
I have to walk out and get my fucking wallet and like come back.
Think about your audience. They don't want to see this.
Wait, you don't know your card number off by heart, Simon?
No. £10 shipping. Well, that's 19 for the books, 10 for the shipping. No, this is important stuff, Roman. This is contemporary comics selling. So I'm paying like half the price of the goods for the shipping, which I'm not going to complain. I know that.
No, it's shit. I mean, that's why I don't really do that. It's now people sort of ask for it, so I'm like, all right, fine. But normally I just send it to friends, just as a let me know what you think.
Do you have Foghorn 1 and 2 for that? People can buy both, right? Or
yeah, I mean, there's like a few copies left. I reprinted the first one. Made a mistake there, and then I had to go in and put a little post-it in every issue saying this, please read not the next page, but the one that's 4 pages later, then go to the first page. Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing. Very professional. But it's like in the first issue of Sunday, I think Sherwin has a typo, and in the first printing, each one of them has like a little correction by hand.
there's I don't know. I've heard somebody say that this was on purpose, but I don't know why I'm picking it up. I'm never going to find it. But there's a lot of typos in this.
Well, I think it's part of his charm.
Yeah, I mean it's part of the charm, but I mean it's.
But I remember I talked to Eric about this.
Not part of Eric's charm.
Yeah.
Well, that too. No, I asked him like, what's your like process with him, and he said, like, yeah, there's a lot of parts where we kind of decide that to keep something a bit awkward because it's funnier this way. I mean, I do the same because English is not my first language, so sometimes I like ask my agent, oh no, this is not how you say this, but then I think, well, it is funnier, so.
Oh, so you're running cover for Eric Reynolds there. You're saying that it's not his drunken, lackadaisical editing that has.
Well, I don't know. I still want him to publish me, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are some Pete Bag books out with Pete Bag books. There's just like missing words. Like you're reading along, and there's just clearly like a word was edited out, and they've not edited back in the new word, and
Probably
just
for the best.
potentially they just throw you out of the story. But it has happened a lot. I've noticed. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the standards of modern life.
Yeah.
The main, like, not a disagreement, but the main thing I had with Eric was like about full stops at the end of a sentence on a speech bubble, which I still think you don't need a period.
Oh my god, are we doing this again?
I just think you don't need one.
Eternal question. I didn't grow up with comics, so I would just read books like a normal person. I sort of had this impression that the sentence ends with a period.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think yours is the right way to do it. I just don't.
But also, if you use upper caps, it feels very different. Like I use lower caps.
I will use a full stop, but sometimes I won't, because I just sometimes, in my mind, the way the person speaking, like they've not used a full stop.
Totally,
an intonation, they're very subtle. People don't realize that my comics are quite, poetic. There's a lot of linguistic things going on there. A lot of grammatical, interesting.
Oh my God, I spent hours like obsessing over whether it's an ellipsis or a comma, or just like where the line breaks are. Just like reading it to myself 100 times. It's horrible.
I definitely use more ellipses than anybody else in the industry.
Oh, it's so tempting. Yeah, I have to edit them out. Then it just looks ridiculous.
Did you have a conversation with recently where I couldn't, no one could figure out what an ellipsis is?
I actually don't know what it is. I just said.
Just the dot.
The triple dotty.
Okay, the dot.
Triple dotty.
Yeah.
The triple dotty.
That's how we call it in Russia.
Yeah, I mean, it's tempting to use those a lot as any sort of like break is like,
This is like my process since I was working on the next chapter today. This is me trying to organize things. It's like pure chaos. Yeah, everything is crossed out a million times. Why are we doing this?
That's what your brain looks like.
You don't want to know.
Okay, how long does a page take for this? Because this is like different to Foghorn. This is like chaos, but like organized chaos, obviously.
The father one, those are very fast, and those I actually enjoy drawing because it's kind of like anything goes, but not really.
Yeah,
it's very edited in a way that sometimes I redraw something if it looks not ugly enough for this one, because my natural mode of drawing is like pretty elegant and sensitive. And I'm sort of trying to not do that and just tap into that primal rage that's not really in me.
Well, yeah, I was saying to Josh before you got on.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It's nice to meet you. I've been enjoying your funny period, Roman. Your stuff's just more direct and just more comedic and just very.
Yeah, well, I think it's just growing older and kind of becoming a little more stupid.
Yeah, or you didn't know how to do comics before. You've gotten older and you figured out I should make things make sense and be direct so the reader can easily process the information.
Yeah. Well, I think obfuscation is also just kind of a sign of artistic insecurity a lot of times. I mean, like I speaking about myself here.
Yeah, I can tell.
But also others.
Oh, of course.
Not to mention names, but it's like when my English wasn't particularly strong as a writer, I would sort of do a lot of wordplay and come up with these incomprehensible sentences. And now, if I look back at these books, they're just embarrassing because it's so clear that I was just so insecure and also just didn't know what to say. But I'll make it as complicated as possible, and then no one will find out.
Yeah.
But, now I just it is what it is. But it's still complex. Like it's all there. It's just much more subtle. Yeah.
Meat,
so kind of like bashing you over the head. Like if you don't understand this reference, you're just not gonna understand it.
Yeah. And I think that's fine as well. I think people, there's like people way too much on like people getting it right away, but we know like the reader spends half a second on each panel.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no one's gonna have that same luxury that James Joyce had of people obsessively reading his book and arguing what he means in every sentence. That's just never gonna happen again.
Speak for yourselves.
Yeah. I mean, Simon has his own Reddit, right?
It's so unpopular though. It's like I think the last post on the Reddit was like 41 days ago.
Wait, what Reddit? Your Reddit?
There's a r/Megan Mogg. There's like a fandom Reddit. There's a really good Megan Mogg wiki actually. It's actually really exhaustive. But the Reddit, it's embarrassing. It's like a dead zone. Like I wish it didn't exist because, yeah, in the state it exists currently, it makes me look like a loser.
Oh, come on. You've done plenty.
Oh, I have, but it's definitely in a career downturn.
No, it doesn't have to be.
Well, it doesn't bother me. It's peaks and valleys. My career is going to go on for many more decades. Touch wood. We all have our ups and downs. We all have our divisive periods, and
I mean, I think it's better to change, and even if you put up something that in retrospect you look at it and you don't like it, it's better to do that than to just bang out the same thing endlessly.
I like it. It's just a stupid audience, such a dumb fucks.
Right. Well, what are you gonna do?
Just keep plugging along, have a good time, pat some cats.
Yeah.
So, are you interested in cats, Roman? Josh is really into birding. I'm really into flowers. Cats, is that your thing? Knife crime and cats?
Not interested in knife crime at all, or any crime, to be honest.
Good.
Just digital crime, torrenting. But cats, I mean, cats, I find them very inspiring in terms of their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So they're very sweet and cuddly. Then you leave, someone else comes, and then we're like, well, I guess that's my new person. I wish I could do that.
These are indoor cats.
Adapt to anything.
These are like your prisoners that you have there right now. These cats don't go outside and engage in all the knife crime out there.
Yeah, well, he did go out and he kind of wobbled around in fox shit.
Oh,
he got quite sick. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
you probably see a lot of foxes out there, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of mangy, but now and then you see them.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
I used to live in Richmond upon Thames. Foxes there were very classy, very well-groomed foxes.
Yeah.
What's up there? Artwork? You're showing off your artwork there?
Yeah. Lauren's probably my favorite.
Who is that?
It's by Andy Bixler. He's I think I got it at Creativity Explored in San Francisco. Have you been there, Josh?
So where do you get it?
It's called Creativity Explored. It's a center where they help people with developmental disabilities make art.
Nice.
And you can buy their stuff, and a lot of it is.
Maybe they'll do something for me then.
Yeah, you might be lost here, but
you could use the help, Josh.
Yeah,
get help.
I will be going to the San Francisco Art Book Fair tomorrow. Actually, did you ever go there when you lived there?
Yeah, I mean that one is kind of what you'd expect,
Yeah.
A bunch of cunts.
Tracts about abolishing something or other. There'll
Pictures
be like 3 units maybe.
I might be going to secret headquarters have a table there, so I might go there and
secret headquarters.
So they can
Okay,
shift them.
I think Tim Lahan still lives there. He's a great illustrator, cartoonist. He has a fully signed book that he self-published.
Yeah.
It's about 2 garbage bags. Yeah.
Nice.
Sounds scintillating. Fascinating.
It's really moving, actually. Yeah. No, I was surprisingly. It seems like a mistake, but then you get to the end, I was like, oh, that was quite impressive. Yeah.
Here's a question. So you moved from Brooklyn to London, like between issues of this, right?
I don't remember, honestly.
I was going to ask if you found that you're drawing London for like the current issues and then you would maybe draw in Brooklyn for the early issue.
Yeah, I don't remember when I started. I mean, I have such a terrible memory in general. But yeah, I think I started in New York.
Yeah, is the first one set in Brooklyn? I think.
Is what?
Is it set in Brooklyn, or is it like set in a fictional?
No, it's
like,
it's just kind of imaginary city. It's definitely inspired by San Francisco in a lot of ways.
okay.
Like the house where it takes place is literally a house where I lived. The situation with the pit bull that bit 7 people. I had one of those. Well, no, I didn't. My landlady had. And yeah, we had like a WhatsApp group chat where I had to announce anytime I come home. And I just like left in the morning, spent the entire day like at the office. So I would go to the office on the weekends just to not be around the dog.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was an interesting time in my life. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read New York as well, but yeah, forget that you were a San Fran man for so many years.
Yeah, it's an odd one. I remember I was talking to Robin from Inkstads, and he was like, "Well, why are you in San Francisco? Because you're not happy there, are you?" I was like, "Well, I won't be happy anywhere, so I might as well be here." I
Yeah.
feel like Josh can relate to that.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, you
Nice
love
weather.
it. You love it,
Oh,
there, Josh.
I mean, I love it. I love it here. I loved LA. I love,
Just a simple guy.
Yeah.
Loves his sunshine.
Yeah, sunshine. I need to be in a major metropolitan city.
You do or you don't?
I feel like I do, but I thought of I spend a lot of time fantasizing about living in the French countryside, but I don't know if I'd actually enjoy that.
Yeah, I mean, it's always the fantasy, honestly.
I always I just go through different fantasies. I remember when
I'm going to Angoulême
yeah,
in October with
Oh,
a friend of the pod, Nathan Barley. What am I saying? Cowdrey, of course.
Nathan Barley.
Yeah. Whatever happened.
How many months are you doing that for?
Just a couple of months, maybe even a little less. I think Nate might be there too.
Yeah, I think he didn't want to leave his books behind or something. It's like,
Right.
dude, go to fucking France with your girlfriend, but don't stay at home with your books and wank at your books. I couldn't stand it, frankly. I'd hate to do that residency. I don't know why you do it, to go and be in that lonely fucking town in a garret and with a bunch of assholes. I just want to be home. Even before I was a kid, I'm not doing that. Like,
I don't know. I had a good enough time in 2017 when I did it first time. The bad part of it was I went without a project, and I kind of thought, well, I'll figure it out there.
yeah. Well, you apparently just hooked up with local farm birds, like just
I didn't. Yeah, I think I was the only person who didn't have like some sordid affair with other.
See, if I went, I'd just be working the whole time and just like sitting at a table. So I could do that anywhere. Why am I in the middle of?
I also went in summer when it's just unbelievably hot and awful. So I got pretty much nothing done, but it was good socially. It was just really nice to be around people. Like here in London, getting someone to go out for a coffee is just so obnoxious. Everyone works 3 jobs. Everyone's far away. I miss that simplicity. I don't know, but I also concentrated there.
Yeah. I mean, it does sound very nice. So I think I would like to do it, but.
Yeah, I do miss Europe, and I do like cafes. So
yeah. I mean, it's not about cafes, but there's definitely a more relaxed, I don't know, lifestyle.
Yeah.
People like to waste time, which I can appreciate.
So you'll be there through and then still be there for the festival?
No. I'm only there until I think end of November is how long they have the apartment available for.
Yeah.
That I'll be sharing with some animator that I haven't heard of before.
Okay.
Yeah. What's their name?
I don't remember. I'll have to look at the emails. But it seems like a nice guy. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Could be a real piece of work.
You heard of some stories of cohabitation in Angoulême. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah. I won't embarrass our friend.
I don't know where to put this laptop. Yeah. No, it's all good.
Yeah.
Some funny stories come out of those things.
Good material, you know. If you
Yeah.
do this kind of social stuff.
There was one in Tasmania, like a comic arts camp. I don't know what the fuck it was called, but it's on an island with wombats.
Cat.
I would love to go just to be on an island with a bunch of wombats walking.
Oh
around.
yeah,
that'd be incredible.
I've never seen a wombat.
What at all? Like even a picture of a wombat.
I saw one in the trailer for Death Stranding 2. I was like, damn, I would love to see that IRL.
Kojima's doing wombats.
Yeah, I saw the main guy just like chasing a wombat. That's part of the gameplay, I guess.
I'll have to buy it now.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna.
I want it to come to Switch 2 though. I don't want to have to play it on the PS5. I have to sit out here. I want it on the Switch, but I don't think the Switch could.
I mean, I only just have my PC that I bought for Blender.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, do you what console do you play, Roman?
Yeah, just the PC.
He's a PC gamer.
Yeah. You know,
that's horrible. Do you have like a controller
in Russia?
Do you have like a Bluetooth controller, or you're like playing like on a keyboard?
No, it's I have a PS5 controller that's plugged in because Windows is so fucking annoying that it doesn't really identify my Bluetooth for some reason. So everything is plugged in like in the 90s, which I kind of like.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been playing the Resident Evil 4 remake, which is really fun.
Sounds too scary.
No, it's not. It's very campy and silly.
I played the VR one, number 7 in VR, and
that's different. 7 was like the actually scary one.
Yeah, in VR it was a fucking nightmare.
Oh yeah, I cannot imagine.
Awful.
I was shitting myself even just regular 7.
Yeah, just being in a black room. It was stunning though. I was inside the house in the intro, just like talking to this like ghost of a woman, and just looking at the table and like the textures on these bottles. It was stunning. It was like I was there. It really, none of the other games were that good, but so I was
I don't know. They do it really well. The only thing they can't do is hair still. Once they figure out hair, it's gonna be like pure Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, game
or
over.
Past Uncanny Valley. Now it's Uncanny Valley. Because everything is photorealistic except the hair. You know?
Imagine fully VR clown porn. Incredible.
Yeah.
Well, you can have non-VR clown porn, I'm sure.
Maybe if someone makes it, I have to step up.
40 subreddits just for that. Yeah,
probably. Yeah, no, it is quite popular. We were talking about clowns, the e-clowns earlier. What's your opinion, Roman, on the clown girls, the clown girl movement, the e-clown?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
Not a huge fan.
Well, Tom would used to send me when he was on Tinder. He would send me all this like photos of the clowns in his area.
Oh, really? Oh, area clowns available.
You wouldn't believe the number of ladies in Brooklyn who just go full clown.
Huh.
Yeah, and I don't mean like a bit of clown, full clown.
Yeah, full makeup outfit, like a clown.
Full frontal clownery.
But they're kind of like sexy clowns because they don't have like the little
I mean, I don't know how sexy it is. They might be sexy, but kind of in spite of the clown outfit rather than because of it.
Yeah,
some of them are kind of attractive, the clown girls, because they don't have like the B. Arthur, like, traditionally clowns. They got the little fro hair, like red hair.
I'm mostly attracted to the slapstick. Doesn't matter what you wear.
So there's certain clowns are a bit off-putting. I think they look like they smell. They hang around the circus. There's lots of dung, animal. Well, it's like animal feces around the circus. Like it's smelly there. I associate clowns with the smell of shit. And just they'd have these like weird little haircuts, and just they weren't trying to look attractive. But the clown girls now are trying to look attractive. They're traditional Western beauty standards.
So you feel like they're betraying the tradition.
It's confusing.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of research on this. It's a confusing.
We'll lose a lot of clowns. We'll lose a lot of clowns.
I wonder what real clowns think about this. What, like the sexualization of clownery?
Yeah.
Like, what do dyed in the wool? Like, I studied at clown school. You're fucked.
Oh yeah, the French guy. You heard about him?
No.
There's this French guy who's like the most hardcore clown in the world, and people I think were like driven to suicide going to his classes.
Really?
Simon Monnery went through his program.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he's supposed to be like, he breaks you, and you have to be a clown 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of quite famous comedians, I think, went through that like mad French clowning program. It's like clown boot camp.
I bet he is fucking incensed by all these foofy modern clown girls.
Hey, he's French, so
Yeah.
you know what they're
You
like.
might be happy about. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's maybe.
I think he's pretty content with all the.
I want to fuck them all.
Yeah.
Fuck them all in a tiny car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we good answers there, Roman. Good responses to our hard-hitting clown questions.
That was your research.
It's been great. It's been confusing.
You talked to the guy about clowns.
Yeah, it's become.
Well, that's always how my podcast goes, which is better than this one.
That's right. You do
Yeah.
do the Two Librans podcast with young Tom Van Dusen.
Yeah, young?
Young? He's young, isn't he?
No, he isn't.
He's not
Same
40
age
yet,
as
is he?
me. He's
40,
2
30.
days younger than me.
I'm young. I'm 43.
Well, okay, fine.
Tom's younger than me. He's a young man.
Yeah, but
Maybe he was just a time when he was frozen in time since quitting comics.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
yeah.
a snazzy boy.
well, yeah,
He's got all the blonde tips. He's got the hipster haircut with all like.
That's why you're saying that. He's got age-inappropriate hair, which I often remind him of.
Yeah, he looks like a sexy Milo Yiannopoulos.
Yeah, this is inappropriate.
Yeah.
Anyway, good podcast. How many episodes are you in now? You guys do that a lot, don't you?
We just uploaded the 11th one. Yeah, the first live episode.
I think we've done about 50 episodes now, haven't we, Josh? So.
Yeah, it's been a tremendous success.
Yeah. I have a question there. Wally Gropius is asking if you'll do the covers for the rest of the James Joyce books.
No, so something happened with the rights with Penguin. I made a sketch for Ulysses, and then they lost the rights, which I don't really understand because he's in public domain now. But short answer is no.
Is this a well-paying gig with Penguin? You know, everyone demands everyone's finances are transparent these days. You're not allowed to have privacy.
I don't remember how much they paid, but yeah, it was all right. It was in that series.
You didn't feel insulted or offended?
Well, maybe, but not because of the money.
How many knives could you have bought? How many zombie knives do you think you could have purchased?
With my salary.
With your winnings?
I mean, mind you, that was more than 10 years ago.
Yeah, well, it's
It
probably
would have
less.
been nice because I did cover for Dubliners and Portrait of the Artist when I was still kind of figuring out, and I don't really like either of them.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be nice to kind of grow as an artist
Sell
along
out.
with my friend Jim, and keep doing covers for his new books. Then by the time I get to Finnegan's Wake, I'll be at my mastery.
Yeah. I mean, I think I only saw the Dubliners one, but I remember specifically seeing it in a Barnes and Noble and liking the cover enough to open up and see, oh yeah, this is Roman Muradov. So.
Oh. Yeah, a lot of people told me they got into him because of my covers. And that's good.
You're responsible for the whole thing.
Yeah, with that cover, they upped the saturation and brightness by 40%.
Yeah.
Without asking my permission, and they kind of they told me. I was like, ugh. But then when I saw it, I almost lost my mind because it's just it was supposed to be this gritty, bleak street scene, and it's just very bright and kind of blue. I think by standards of normal people's colors, it's still pretty colorful. But
Yeah.
I use the most like obnoxiously bleak colors I can think of.
Yeah.
So in your mind, they made you look like a clown. They made you look like a fucking idiot, didn't they?
Well, I'm also colorblind. I think like certain combinations really irritate me.
You're making yourself look like a dickhead then. They've fixed it for you then.
So I don't actually know how other people would see my work. Maybe they look at it and they think it's really bright and colorful. I don't know. Who knows?
Oh, there we go. It's Tommy Van Dusen in the chat.
Oh, fuck you. Tom.
Roman is disabled. That's how he'd say it.
He's probably colorblind himself. You know,
Probably.
judging from his terrible coloring. Tom, you want to come on here and dish it out in real time?
Oh, Tomo, he's not invited.
Yeah.
No, we wouldn't lower ourselves to having Tom Van Dusen on Manga Chat.
Oh, and that's how like horrible.
No, I'd love to have Tom.
Kind of double dragon situation, you know.
There it is.
Double Dragon. Oh, there's some classic old
Yeah.
Tommy VD
Oh, that's a
there.
great
Some
No,
classic comedy comics. They don't make them like this. Very 2010s. They don't do it like this anymore.
They don't, unfortunately.
Yeah, but they're still funny, you know.
Oh, this I think like yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I agree. Like one of the funniest ever.
He's a very funny guy.
Yeah, was it the Big Me book or the Book of Me or whatever, and the other one with the blue cover with the duck? Incredible. He went out on a high note. I mean, he's still making comics, but just
No, he's not dead yet. You know.
no, of course, he's doing podcasts with you. He's making comics. He's doing commercial work, but he was at the height of his black and white comics prowess. Mwah,
It's
mwah.
a blog.
Went out like a beautiful bright star. You know, he's just taking a break. I mean, he's doing new things. That's
He's
cool.
not taking a break. He's trying to make new comics. It's
He
just
hasn't published a zine in
you know,
like
he lives in New York. He
7
runs
years.
around. You what?
He hasn't published anything in 6 or 7 years. It's taken a break. There's nothing wrong with that.
All right, I'm just trying to motivate him. You know.
Yeah, he's been doing lots of stuff, probably more than all of us combined. He's
Well, that's not
a busy
true.
guy. But anyway,
Let's
Ben-
not get carried away. He is unproductive, and he should do more.
last time I saw Tom, he cleaned up some of my vomit. I'd vomited all over Eric Reynolds' steps at a Christmas party. And Tom was a real sweetheart. I think we'd had a blow up about something, some local scene drama, but he wiped up my vomit with some leaves, and it was a lovely moment. It was very
With
sweet.
leaves.
Christmas with some leaves that he picked off a tree.
Did he kind of
Really lovely.
keep them on his person, or did he gather them?
Pick them off of one of Eric's trees. But a gentleman and a scholar. Yeah. I'll always vouch for Tom Van Dusen. I don't care what people say about him. I'll always vouch for him.
What do they
That's
say?
nice. That's a nice.
Everyone loves
Sorry.
Tom. He's unimpeachable.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a very fast runner.
He is.
Really? I see on Instagram he does it running, professional running. And
he's
not even doing a number. He's doing it properly, right?
Oh yeah. He came in and he immediately changed into his really slutty running shorts, and we went for the first run of my life, which is not bad actually. I want to get into it, but
But
not,
you went
not to
for
the
a
same
run?
bad extent. You know what?
You went for a run?
Yeah, I went for a run with Tom.
You
after
went
he-
for a run. You? Ugh.
I'm a fit bitch. I don't know what you're talking about.
And Josh
Yeah.
is also accusatory.
Yeah. I started lifting recently.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't tell.
I am aware.
That's buffer than you, Roman.
I'm just
I
a slight little man, you know. What
I've
can I
been
do?
thinking about lifting because like I've gotten so into cycling in the last 6 months or whatever, and it's just like I don't know, I'm very bottom heavy now,
Yeah. Right.
and I have these, I'm not gonna, I won't show them off, but I have these
Like Alan Partridge.
really buff legs
Yeah.
and spindly arms, so I think I need to balance that out somehow.
Well, I'm hypermobile, so like I need to do something because my back pain is pretty unbearable at this point.
Oh
And
really?
I'm not trying to build a beach bod. It's too late for that. This is like pure survival lifting. I go to this like gritty, like extremely municipal place. There's the northern man who tells me like, "Look, mate, man, people, we've always just been carrying big animals and running. That's what you got to do. Not necessarily animals, but just lifting heavy things and running. So it makes sense."
Yeah, you're just walking around with that cat in your apartment,
You
playing
do.
Skyrim or something.
I don't play Skyrim.
Well, that's an old reference. Sorry, it's an old reference. Roblox. There you go. It's an updated reference. You're playing Roblox.
I'm not one of those, man.
You're grooming children on Roblox.
No.
I did an animation job. There was like a DJ wanted to play a set in the game Roblox. I still don't understand how this works, but I had to do all these animations that would play behind him while he's DJing. I don't understand how someone DJs in the game Roblox.
A lot of the hip hyperpop acts, Josh, they'll play in the Minecraft. Your 100 gex, 1000 gex, all the gex they'll play in the Minecraft. I think it's you're in a digital room. I can imagine it. You're in a digital room and you got your headphones in. There's a digital person on stage playing some digital music. Sad, really lame stuff.
A comment there from Mr. T, which I'm not going to make big, but yes.
It's on screen.
What is it? Get that off the camera.
Who's Mr. T?
Oh,
is he like it's like Mr. T, like the Mr. T character. I pity the fool, but he's laying out the T.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have some troubled audience members here.
When we're on Instagram, we kept getting called faggots. I missed that. There are all these these foreign gentlemen calling us faggots. Yeah, miss them.
It's funny you said that. Now, like through some weird thing, I'm having back pain now. I think it's something like you mentioned back pain, and I'm thinking about back pain, and I'm getting it.
I passed it on to you.
Yeah, I think.
Enjoy that.
I'm not even kidding. Like
I'm just feeling better right now.
Like thinking too much about back pain that now I'm having it.
Yeah.
Oh, I already had back pain. I had some spasms at a restaurant last night. I was trying to talk to someone, I was like spasming out. Like, I started stretching. My wife was like, "What are you doing?" Like, stretching in public. I have to.
Yeah.
Spasming.
I remember I went out and I was holding a cup and then I dropped it because I was so weak. And I was like, okay, if I can't lift a cup, that's pretty troubling.
Yeah.
It's a bit sad. But what are you lifting? You got like little weights and stuff? You're just like doing a little
yeah,
things?
I mean, it's all extremely unimpressive, but
it's good for your circulatory system, keep you ambulatory,
Yeah.
Health chat. We're men of a certain age. We have to start, getting. I'm going to go for prostate exam soon. I'm check up tomorrow.
Every day I'm doing it.
Looking a robot bum look. You got to do it. Got to lift your little weights.
Yeah,
women's weights. You get the Tesco Metro. Sit around with your cat watching the Great British Bake Off.
Hey Roman, where do you do your weekly shop now that you're in English? Now you reside in England. Where do you do your weekly shop?
Shopping.
Yeah, I'm curious. You like Waitrose, Sainsbury's, Tesco?
We have an M&S not far.
Nice.
And there's a couple of Turkish shops that are nice.
Okay.
There's Planet Organic further off, which is kind of like Whole Foods.
Yeah.
This is the dullest question you could have asked.
No, I mean I'm just curious because you've got you've got a proper job. You do okay. You're not shopping at a Safeway.
Yeah, you could shop at Metros if you want. Not Waitrose. You could shop at Waitrose if you want.
Probably shop
I
at
Waitrose. I do love the hummus they have at Waitrose. It's very nice.
You're probably in a bloody Fortnum and Mason buying crystal birds.
No, they I almost got hired by them to design some chocolate.
Of course you did.
And they never replied. So
they must have read Gay Dad.
That's not what it's called.
They saw that you were working with Tom Van Dusen.
Yeah, I mean he is a liability. I recently, I saw my parents and I gave my father a Dada Issues hat, and then I gave him a Terrible Father Z, and I kind of said, well, he can't read English, so I was like, look, you might come across this on the internet. Just so that you know, it's not about you, and you may not understand it, but people find it funny, and that's the only thing that matters.
Was this just a veiled plug for your hats, for your Dada Issues hats?
Yeah, there's very few of them left, so I should probably turn them off. I need to see how many people bought them recently.
It's a hat for a Substack blog.
Yeah, it's my lifestyle brand, as I call it.
Dada Issues. I mean,
it's just a stupid one.
The average idiot on the street would just think Dada. They wouldn't know about the
That's
Dada.
what I always wonder that. Like, do people just think
they don't know about the Dada movement? They just Dada issues. Oh, he's got daddy issues.
Oh, that's shocking.
Daddy issues.
Someone should tell them.
Some saucy bullshit.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
Oh, she's got daddy issues. It's that.
I don't know.
You need to make it more. It needs to be like a little asterisk, and then on the back it has a little Wikipedia entry about the Dada movement.
Yeah.
I just kind of, I respect my audience so much that I kind of assume they understand.
Well, your audience do, but I'm talking about the general Joe Blow on the street, the knife crime boys. Like, there's he's got daddy issues. Let's stab him.
No, they'll get confused and they'll ask about it, and I'll like, well, let me tell you about Tristan Tzara. Here's my MIT Press 400-page biography of him. I actually have it right here. Shit, still haven't read. Great design.
It's quite nice.
Well, yeah, I can show you some books, so there's some value in this program. Let me turn the light on.
Well, yeah, should I do another book review?
You what?
Okay, so should I do another movie review while we wait for that?
Oh, Roman sorts his shit out, yeah.
Well, I got
our podcast, Mr. Dead Air.
That's another one I saw this week. It's called
Four Joshes.
Clothes. It's like a documentary. It's a really nice documentary about this Japanese like fashion designer known for like weird silhouettes. It's good. It's like I think it was like from 1988. The thing that's cool about it is like they would show interviews with this fashion designer on like a smaller screen that the director is holding in front of the camera while the other stuff's happening in the background. It's like quite inventive and interesting. So yeah, I recommend that. That one gets 4 Joshes out of 5.
What's pushed that into 4 Josh territory?
It's just like it was inventive. I found myself getting a bit ADD about it. No, not ADD, ADD. Like it was a bit of a slow burn. It would have gotten it was interesting enough and enough of a profile, and like it would have got 5 if I didn't find myself bored. But that was a me issue, not an issue with the documentary. It's just like so slow,
It still got 4, slow but 4. You just make it sound worse.
It was like good, as an interesting perspective. This fashion designer here. I won't try and say his name, but yeah, that's a good one. That was on the air. It was a good movie.
Yeah, very nice.
Even if you put 4 of your faces, it still doesn't look particularly great because it's just so dour.
I mean, the only other one. This is my third. I'm going to try and do 3 movie reviews a week. The one that got 5 was this. Have you seen this movie?
It feels like one of the faces should go.
Yeah, just so the guy at the top's missing a face.
This feels like a capture on the website that's gone a bit wrong.
It's like Josh's OnlyFans.
Otrabelle is like a French movie about French Foreign Legion in Africa. Very homoerotic movie, but quite aggressive and visceral. I thought this one was I was captivated from this movie from beginning to end. So that's the 5 Joshes for me.
5 captivated Joshes.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's I just wanted to get my weekly movie reviews out of the way.
Of course.
I don't remember what I watched last. I watched the new Adam Curtis thing.
I wanted to. I've been wanting to see that. How was it?
That's all right. It's kind of in the same vein as the previous one he did about Russia.
Was it Shifty?
Shifty, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about Shifty Shellshock, the
Crazy
long
Town.
gone singer of Crazy Town.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
Wait, is it really?
yeah.
No, it's not, is it?
We'll have to find out.
I thought it was about like a big like cultural shifts that were happening.
Yeah, Crazy Town.
Okay.
So you
All
got
right.
a bigger cultural
Roman, I
shift.
have a question for you.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know number one is going to be Butterfly. What are your top two favorite Crazy Town songs?
I don't believe I know any.
Yeah.
I can just make something up, can't I?
Yeah.
Caterpillar Part 2,
Yeah.
the prequel.
I like Bug's Life. That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's the Crazy Town
Yeah.
song.
Because all their songs are kind of sexualized insects. That's the niche, right?
Yeah, it's all bugs and stuff.
Right. That's Crazy Town.
Coming down
Yeah.
to Silly City, get crazy in the town. Gonna
Right.
fuck some bugs. Gonna get down.
Needle Dig the Bugfucker, I believe, was a direct reference to that.
Yeah, they were big on that. I think they asked Klaus to do the artwork for the first Crazy Town
Yeah.
album, but he said under no circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when Shia LaBeouf was like, if this guy could do it, Shia.
Oh, yeah, the Shire. Travel on down to the Shire.
The booth. The booth.
I bought.
Yeah, I'm getting lost in some penciling here, guys. Unlike you two, I've got a public to please.
Yeah. Should we wrap this up? I'm starting to get starting to struggle to concentrate.
I'm penciling a witch. What are you working on right now, Roman? What you got planned for the rest of the day? We'll wrap it up.
Just do dishes and be a domestic bitch, all that.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I've been trying to plan the next chapter. It's been nightmarish.
That's great. Well, that's is this like notes or thumbnails?
It's kind of everything, my process is all over the place. Oh yes, Tom saying plug the podcast as if I hadn't. Yeah, the podcast, which is much more organized affair than this one.
We didn't say what it was about, though. At no point did you say during
I'm
the
sorry.
opportunities, you didn't say what your podcast was about. So don't
Right.
get our podcast, motherfucker.
I'm sorry. Our official tagline is it's called Two Librans. It's a podcast about the intersection of indie comics, astrology, and the works of Marcus Smith and the Fall. But really, it's about none of those things, and mostly it's just this kind of waffling.
Yeah.
Me and Tom have this like really great mutually abusive dynamic. So if you like listening to your parents fight, it's basically that.
Nice.
But then I also put little sound collages because I'm learning Ableton while I'm doing it.
And you do have very detailed, long write-ups. You take pride in your long, descriptive write-ups on the Spotify or whatever.
Yeah, I think Tom mostly does those. Yeah.
Oh, that's Thomas. Oh gosh.
Well, we both do it. Yeah. Last one I wrote the draft and then he added some more insults. So that's how we do it.
Yeah, cracking stuff, boys.
Yeah, the first 3 episodes are a bit, not great. We're
The truth comes out.
we're learning on the job. After episode 4, it's just podcast gold. It's going to be in the Library of Congress.
Nice.
Genuinely, I was listening to it and I was laughing. And I was thinking, this is great stuff because I made content for myself, featuring myself about things I like, and I can edit it and make it as good as I want it to be. Is that pathetic? I don't think so.
I think it's beautiful.
Right,
Yeah.
cool.
You go, girl.
Thank you.
You do you.
Thanks for coming on, Roman. And people should really buy all your books, but specifically, I think this one, in my opinion. But
Yeah, don't buy the old ones because they're terrible.
Trying to buy them right now.
No, don't. Fantagraphics is supposed to put out my last book that came out in French. I think Josh has it. So that's supposed to come out by the end of the year. And the Deschamps book that's
this one,
supposed to come out, like 17 years ago. It's still like, I don't really know. but hopefully it will come out. It all depends on Civilized Books and their finances, which I believe have been affected by the Diamond bankruptcy and all that jazz. And
so, in short, basically, you can find Roman's books in remainder bins,
Yeah.
secondhand bookstores.
huge there.
Very good condition in the secondhand bookstores. No one's read them. You can pick them up real cheap.
Yeah, me and Tom, you can find us both there.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, Roman. Thanks for coming on. Thanks everyone for watching.
A pleasure as always, Roman. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.